Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into another edition of the United Spurs of America podcast. With your host, as always, I'm Michael. He is Jacob, coming to you live on a beautiful Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, or hell, it might even be Saturday morning by the time you guys see this, wherever you may be watching. But regardless, we hope you guys are doing well. It is the North London Derby this weekend, Jacob. A lot of hype, a lot of obviously build-up surrounding this game, just because it's obviously one of the biggest games of the season, regardless of where we are in the table. But unfortunately, my friend, these are the league leaders. They are coming to the lane. It's a big one this weekend. Are we ready? It remains to be seen. How are you doing, man? I know you're ready. I know I'm ready. Yeah. Hopefully the team's ready when we come out on Sunday.
Did you see me miss that? Did you see that? That was what you said. They're the league leaders. I'm not listening to it. Unfortunately, you are correct, but I got my blinders on, Michael. When it comes to that, I don't see it. Exactly. Look at that. Come on. Big ups to you, man.
Just looking ahead. I'm not looking at
Happy Derby week. This is Derby week. Yeah, Happy Derby week. Happy Derby week to everyone out there. Apologies for the late start. Apologies for the late start time in general. And then we were late for the late start, so apologies on that end. But that is good evening to Adrian Shroka. If you're still here, good up. Good evening, all. He says, good evening to you. Israel Uncovered. How are you doing? Big up, Jacob. We're going to smash the Gooners come Sunday with a smiley face. Hey, yes, big up Israel Uncovered. Yes, I hope you are correct. We will get into it. Come on, you Spurs. Prediction. Oh, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for later.
So, Jacob, we have a lot to talk about today. North London Derby, but then also it's believe it or not, I know we're not used to it right now and we haven't experienced it so far, but the transfer window is open, like for European clubs. I don't know if you know that or not, just because we haven't bought any players yet. Still no concrete offers on the table yet from Tottenham, but it is in fact open, my friend. I just wanted to remind you though, just in case you forgot, because I know sometimes we can forget when there's not a lot of activity with your club, and there has been zilch, nada, zero for Tottenham Hotspur so far. So we'll get into some transfer talk as well later on in the show, but it's an exciting one this week, ladies and gentlemen. Because
when the weather's real nice, not everyone's gonna open the windows to like let the nice breeze in. They're gonna say, I'll wait till I know.
You're going to want to let this breeze in, my friend, because Dejan Kulusevski is confirmed back into the side tomorrow, and hopefully back into the 11 specifically, because we've missed his creativity, we've missed his composure in the final third, we've missed his decision-making, his overall composure. Look, man, he's confirmed back, according to Conte in today's press conference, and then, hey, we have injury boosts, health boosts, if you want to say. It might have escaped the metaphoric black hole that is our training department,
the physio
room, the black hole that is, who knows, but 2 lives may have been spared this week. It remains to be seen. But Rodrigo Bentancur and Richarlison. Well, I know we haven't said that name in a while because he has been injured ever since he came back from the World Cup. He is reportedly. He participated in training today. I don't know if it was like full on contact or whatever, but he participated in training today along with Bentancur. So you never know. Richarlison posted on Instagram, the little time emoji, the little hourglass emoji, and excitement. So
hint, wink, wink.
Look, man, I'm just kind of. Like this.
Just keep scoping it out. Yeah,
I'm just watching and waiting. So we'll get into all of that in a little bit. But first off, my friend, want to give a shout out to our loyal patrons of the channel, the Soggy Undies Club, the one and only Alan 10-inch Sibley.
Come on now.
10-inch club in which it is named after. We have Leo Coys, and C. Shearman, Wallaby Way, Sydney. Official supporters, Scott M, James Joris, J. Code, David, Aaron Dobe, Jamie and Jack K. And then, look, man, we got the Lovers Lane Club.
Look, man, we got the
love
Lane.
The love. Bobby K, Gina Kim, Tom Markin and Colin, and C Cubed as well. So look, we have all these loyal supporters. It's all great and dandy. But if you want to become one of those loyal supporters, click the link down below, patreon.com/United Spurs of America. Jacob will drop it at some point today.
No,
yeah, he's got it pinned. He's got it pinned already.
That just told me, Michael, you ain't participated in the poll, which if you ain't participated in the poll yet,
I need to vote.
Do that.
I need to vote. I'm going to do it right now. Let's go ahead and remind us, Jacob.
Yeah, we got 10 votes. We got 10 votes for these North London predictions. You know, I like to have fun with these polls.
All right. I'm locking it in. So go ahead and read it, but I'm going to vote right now as you read it off.
The North London predictions, we got glory, Tottenham Hotspur plus 3 points. Let's go. I mean, I put that one first and foremost because that's how I feel. It's what I hope everyone can go into Sunday morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. I hope you go into it with the same mentality of glory, Tottenham Hotspur, but I also understand the
pessimism.
Apathetic mood towards it.
Pessimism, you could. Borderline pessimism. Yeah. Borderline, yeah.
No one has said, though, the second option, which is club sucks, player sucks, L incoming. No one has said L incoming. Looks like we got a couple votes for no hope, but let's ride. I like that one. And then also maybe a draw. Maybe it's possible. Maybe a draw is possible. These are the league leaders, the number one. I mean, come on. I don't like it anymore. I'm
going to reveal my answer when we do our score predictions, because then it's going to give away my score prediction. Well, it's going to kind of give away my score prediction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'll reveal. But go ahead and vote, everyone. Go ahead and vote. And while you're there and while you're already on the page voting, hit the like on the video, hit the subscribe button on the channel, and then, hey, if you want, click the notification bell, and you'll even get notifications every time we go live, every time we post a video, etc., etc. You'll never miss a beat on this very fine channel here. But look, man, beautiful Friday. Not a lot of transfer news so far, so we'll get into the North London Derby preview first and foremost, because my friend, it's the biggest game of the season for sure up to this point. I know we've had a few big ones already so far this season, but look, man, it's Arsenal. The last time out was not very pretty. We I don't know if you want to remember, but I'll go ahead and tell you anyways. Remember that Richarlison red card at the Emirates Stadium the last time out we played this team. It was ugly. It's forgettable. It was sad. It was sad. It was a sinking feeling in my stomach after the game because of how bad we played and how just dominant they were, especially, right out of the gate in the first half. So look, we need a big bounce back performance, my friend. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if we lose this game, because it's going to be 0-2 on the season. I don't know. When was the last time we went 0-2 on the season against Arsenal? Because look, we're unbeaten in our last 8 Premier League games, or Premier League home games against Arsenal. We've won 6, drawn 2. So it's been a while since we've lost a fixture at home. And plus, remember, they still haven't won at our new stadium. They still haven't won at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to this point. All they have taken are L's in this stadium. So look, there is some hope on that front, but they are the league leaders. They are in very, very good form.
Is that true?
Yeah, they haven't beat us at our home stadium yet.
That's crazy. I mean, I know that
the first time that we played was during the pandemic. Toby Alderweireld had the header for the win on that one, and then Sonny scored. Remember, off the David Luiz howler.
James
and then the season after.
Years.
Yeah, and then the season after, that was the Sonny goal from outside the box. It was the curler with Mourinho.
And then he also did it
and then the year after, and then the year after.
Yeah. Hey, I think don't fact check me. I mean, at whoever the fuck, but I think you might be right. Jamie says 16 years. Yeah, and also they say haven't beat us at home. So
we went for 4 in a row.
Shearman. Big up C. Shearman.
4 in a row.
Adrian, I'm gonna save your lineup for later when we do the 11 and the score predictions. I will save those. So big up everyone in the chat. Michael, do you think this is going to be the time that they break that curse? the aforementioned record that we have of them not beating us at home? Is this the year? I mean, they're looking like it, but also I would argue that they didn't look the greatest versus Oxford and who was the other lassies they played? Newcastle. But then again, Newcastle kind of bossed us around. So if they're drawing with Newcastle and that team kind of bossed us around, it doesn't give me much hope.
Yeah, and then the game before that, well, look, they're undefeated since they've come back from the break. They beat Brighton 4-2, and then they beat West Ham in the first game back from the break 3-1. So they are in good form. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'll put my hands up. This is probably gonna be the first time I've ever admitted it live on air. But look, they are good. They are a good football team. We gotta take this seriously. This is an opportunity to continue to kickstart. Hopefully, a good run of Premier League results. We need it. We were playing City twice in the next in the next 6 or so games, or the next 5 or so games. We play City twice in that span. It's ridiculous. We have a tough schedule coming up, and plus we still have FA Cup, man, and that's going to be a competition that we are going to give our all in. In my opinion, that's the one that we need to go all in for, just because that was the one that I predicted that we would win at the start of the season, and this is the one that it's looking just the most likely to win to this point right now. It's going to be tough these next few games. You have to take advantage of every single point that you can get. And in my opinion, a North London derby at home in a stadium where you've never lost before, and frankly, you've never not come away with 3 points at this stadium against Arsenal so far. You got to continue the streak. I know they're the league leaders, but look, this is the chance to continue to kickstart our form in the Premier League. And who knows, this could boost the confidence of some guys already that are a little bit low in Sonny. Kane did score the last time out, let's not forget, in the Premier League, and so did Son. But look, relatively low confidence around the majority of these guys in the squad. This could be the start. This could be the kickstart to boost their confidence also. And then, hey,
what if it
I know we haven't seen
Arsenal's
it so far.
Downfall?
And also that, but look, also, you never know. We might actually get some players in January to help boost that even more. But don't hold your breath on that.
Do you think if we do well that we're going to actually bring players in? Because I feel like that'd be more of the argument.
I think we'll bring at least one in.
Who do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be
most
someone
likely a right wing back? I don't know if it's going to be Pedro Porro, but it'll probably be a right wing back.
Someone I have to Google. Huh?
I don't know if you saw at whoever the fuck on Twitter, but they were saying that it might be a smoke screen for another right wing back. And then obviously everyone's just kind of joking around saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get another Spence or something like that." we're gonna go into the transfer window for Porro and come out with the Spence.
But
the rest of these,
how many damn right wing backs are we gonna have on this squad before we're just
yeah, we got to get some out too. Did you hear the reports at whoever the fuck that said that Matt Doherty and Emerson Royale, they're having difficulty with getting them out because they are quote unquote happy at the club? Bro, are you shitting me right now? I couldn't care less if they were on vacation at 5-star hotels every single day and they were living it up. Bro, if they're not good enough for the squad, what are they doing here?
Apparently Emerson hears the fans as well, because he's been saying that, I understand the fans have been frustrated with me, but it's never for lack of trying. He said that more or less. And honestly, I just keep thinking about that fucking thing he put on his fucking Instagram before the last derby we had. I think it was at the Emirates when we got stomped. He was doing the little dance. Shitty little... I don't even know the dance he was doing. It was not a good look. It's things like that, and then the poor play. I don't have any hope in our wingbacks. Adrian Schroger says if our wingbacks play well, we will win. But that's the thing, is we have one wingback
somehow puts together a decent performance.
Is he our only hope? That's our only hope. Yeah. Because at this point,
who else is it going to be? He's not going to play Spence, and we already know what we're going to get if he plays Emerson again. He's our only option right now, and that's the problem, man. We went into January, and I was like, hopefully we can get one or two guys in before, and with enough time to prepare for the Arsenal game to where they can actually play in the 11. Yeah, that's a fucking pipe dream, man. Jesus Christ.
One of them got to go, man.
Come on, man.
So who you picking to go and who
Emerson for 100%. Emerson.
100%. So
preferably both. So maybe Spence could be our backup, but since he doesn't trust him and he doesn't want him apparently.
What does that
then
say
I guess
about
Doughboy.
our scouting though? If we literally these two wing backs. I mean, we've got Doherty for Mourinho, and then we got Emerson Royale for Nuno. It's just like, what are we doing here, guys? Shit. What are we doing? And then we get Spence, which, for all intents and purposes, he could turn out to be something nice. But
I wanted him so bad before he got here. But if I would have known that Conte wasn't going to play a single minute, well, basically not a single minute up to this point, I would have said, nah, I'm good. Or either sign him and loan, like, right away, like, to where he doesn't play. You guys heard it. You heard it, Jacob. Time and time again on every single stream, I was saying, get Spence in, Jet Spence. He's our solution to our right wing back problem, dude. If I knew what was to come already, I wouldn't have asked for it.
And I think everyone would agree with you on that as well, because it's
what's the point?
What is the point? I don't want a player that's not going to see the field, and we were waiting for this guy for so long. So I think there's a little bit of that in the fans. It's like, we've been wanting this guy for a minute, and now we're not seeing him, and we did get him. It's kind of disheartening for my hopes, anyway.
Doesn't it suck, though, that it's like, all right, hopefully Doughboy will play well. Like, you're still saying that in the year of our Lord 2023 for Tottenham Hotspur. We're still saying, all right, hopefully Doughboy will play well, or hopefully Emerson will play well. It's the same problem we had last January, man.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. You know me, and you know my stance. The videos on YouTube live forever. I've always said that I'm not a fan of Doherty. C. Sherman says Doherty can do it for one game.
I hope so. We'll see. I mean, he has before, to be fair, but this is a big one. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last big game that Doughboy played well in? I can't really remember, to be honest. He played well against, like, Leeds last year. He played well against, what was it, Everton or Southampton or something like that?
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they always said, the reason why Doherty didn't do well with Mourinho was because he's a wing back. He's not a right back. And so then we've
he has
seen
a chance
to
prove it now in the North London derby. Because this is going to be his first start for sure. But has he played? I don't think he's played in a North London derby yet.
He's going to be booty because he loves Arsenal.
Maybe he was on the bench for the one with Mourinho, but he's never started a North London derby, I don't think. So it'll be interesting.
Watch, Emerson's going to get the start for some crazy. What's up, J. Co?
What's going on, J. Co?
Supporter checking in. Mike and Jacob, how are you? Long time no talk. I'm doing well, my friend. I'm extremely tired lately. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just hopeful. You know what I mean? It's a big weekend for me and Jacob because we obviously have the North London derby on Sunday, but Monday night, Dallas Cowboys NFL playoffs against Tom Brady, a team we've never beaten so far, or a quarterback we have never beaten in history. Monday night football. That's baby. Weird. Cowboys Buccaneers. So I'm hopeful, but I'm nervous. So
come on, Ron.
But I'm good. Good.
Come on,
Ron. You're doing well, Jaco. Ron says we will win 3-1. I'm hoping so, man.
Come on, Ron.
I hope so. So Jacob, as we go into this game, we have obviously that right wing back problem, but also the center backs going into this game, man. So I love how you just laugh.
I laugh when I say I don't know what to do at this point. Whenever you say things that I think is just like.
So really last time out against Portsmouth in the FA Cup, we started Tanganga, Sanchez, and Davies. How much movement are you expecting going into this North London derby on that back line? I feel like we're probably going to see Dyer come into the frame, but do you think Davies or Longley starts at that left center back position?
I think
Ben Davies was kind of talking this week that he was kind of talking as if he was going to start. Like, he was just kind of like...
I mean, that's fine. I hope he does.
Whoever the fuck had an interview with him this week, and it just kind of sounded like...
You know who has time to do interviews? You know who has time to do interviews? The person who's not getting reps at practice.
Yeah, that's true.
That's who has time to do them damn interviews. I think Longley is going to get the start at that left center back position just because I think a good debate that hasn't happened between anything is Who's been our most reliable defender this year? I feel like there's a good argument for Longley. I know people want to say Romero, but he ain't been all that in a cup of Java.
He hasn't been like 100% to his potential this season, but the 75% that we've been getting from Romero is better than Longley's 100.
Ooh, yeah. Well, no, 1,000%.
So I think I would agree to disagree with you there.
Romero's got to bring it, bro. Romero's got to bring that fucking shit on Sunday. I'm telling you, like, I need someone to big dick it. I need someone. I need Kane to do it. I don't care who does it. Longley, I don't think is that guy who's going to really, like, push us over the edge. But I think he's serviceable and can do a job. And then if he can't, just, fuck it, put Ben Davies there because why not? But it's hard to feel like Dyer's not going to be in this starting 11, and that's the part that I really don't enjoy, is the thought of Eric Dyer being starting. And honestly, let's look at it. I mean, he's ass. I mean, whatever you pull up, you're just gonna hear and see the same thing.
This is the 11 from the last time we played Arsenal.
Emerson with that fucking red card. Oh my god.
And it's tough because I think that basically at full time, I'm pretty sure I told you at one point, Jacob, where I was just like, all right, well, hopefully there's like 2 or 3 or maybe even hopefully 4 guys that are not in this 11 the next time we play. And when you look at it, there's 3 guys that maybe won't be out there from that lineup, but like not because of transfers, because of injuries. Or
3 for sure.
Being dog shit, i.e. Emerson.
3 for sure. Maybe 4. Depending on what happens with Dyer.
Richarlison, we know he's probably going to be somewhat involved just based on context clues, kind of from what we've seen. But I don't know if he'll be in the 11. Kulusevski will probably be in the 11 instead of him at that right wing, which is obviously nice. And then we might see, who knows, some big dick and Bissouma in there, some Bizu, or some Skip or Sar.
I think it's going to be Hotspur and Bissouma. But I remember this game. I remember being really excited for Richarlison. I was like, okay, he's going to bring that heat. He's going to bring that. And he was, if I remember correctly, just kind of absent.
But we didn't have Kulusevski last time. This time out, we're going to have him in the 11, hopefully in the 11. So hopefully it's a different game, man. Hopefully it's a different game. I just really hope we don't come out slow again. Like I just feel like this is, I know we say it time and time again, like, come on, we can't afford to keep starting slow like this. We can't afford to keep coming back in the second half. But, like, this is a type of game where you really can't afford to start slow. Like, you just can't, especially at home. Maybe I get on the road, like, maybe your tail's just between your legs and, you just don't have it like we didn't last time out. But you gotta have it this time. At home, North London derby, in a venue that you haven't lost yet. Or haven't gotten less than 3 points in yet. It's a big one, man. It's in my opinion, 3 points or anything less than 3 points is unacceptable. I'll say that. I get it that they're the league leaders, but anything less than 3 points is unacceptable. So it's the North London derby, man. I don't care that they're the league leaders. They could also be like in the Champions League undefeated, like through the group stage so far. I don't care. We need to win this game. It is a must-win.
I love it.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
So if we got a draw, you wouldn't
Kane's
be happy?
one off the record. It's just written, man. Like
you wouldn't be happy if we got a draw?
No.
To draw the league leaders? I don't know. I mean, part of me, maybe I'm a settler.
I would be disappointed. If we draw, I'm disappointed. And I know it sounds maybe not greedy. I don't know if greedy is the right word for it. I know, like, take your blessings where you can. You know what I mean? Like, count your blessings or whatever. But, again, like I said, this is the North London derby. I don't care that they're in first place in the league right now. It's 3 points or nothing, man, for me. Like, come on. That's just me, though.
I love the attitude. I love the idea that is what we could
I just
do.
hope the players have the same mentality. You know what I mean? Like, it's dandy for all of us to come up here and say, yeah, we need nothing less but 3 points. Or, this is a must-win game. Dude, if the players don't believe it, then it doesn't fucking matter. These guys got to step up this week. No excuses.
Ron says our main guy, Sonny, needs to show up because because he is our line breaker. He's our pace. I agree 1,000%. I need him and I need Kane. I need our big names, our marquee players. I mean, they have to step up, quite frankly. I hope Kulusevski's 100% and he's ready to go and give more than 100% because honestly, we're going to need it. Adrian Soak, Arsenal will play a high line, which suits us. Form means nothing in the North London derby. I agree. I think that's kind of what Michael was alluding to as well. It doesn't really matter where we're at in the table. It doesn't really matter at this point. Like you said, Michael, you just got to go get the job done. It remains to be seen because I have no faith in our back line. I have no real hope. Bissouma hasn't really given me, as a Bissouma fan, Bissouma hasn't really given me anything to be optimistic about if he does start.
I was going to say, man, that was the next topic that I kind of wanted to talk about was not only the midfield in general, but Bissouma specifically, because in the derbies and previous derbies that he's started in before, specifically the one against West Ham.
West Ham, yeah. That was not
like
good.
If he starts, are these games a little bit too big for him right now in terms of just like the moment just kind of eating him right now? This season, like
does he get Conte's tactics?
Like, overwhelmed. It just feels like it looks like he gets overwhelmed sometimes. Just either overrun in the midfield, so he gets overwhelmed that way, or it's like maybe the pressure too, man. But like he's played in these type of games before. That's the thing. Like it's not like he's getting used to the Premier League this season, or he's coming from a different country. Like he should already be used to these type of games. He should be ready for these type of games. So
and this is part of the
but it's a genuine question though, because he hasn't proven it so far.
Michael, this is what part of people that they do the whole Conte out, the whole Conte this and that, because he's not getting the best or getting a tune really out of this guy Bissouma that I had really high hopes for, and I think a lot of fans as well did. I mean, think about it. Arsenal wanted him. We took him. Their fans were pissed, and now he's not doing nothing. They're all laughing at us, and so it's kind of sucks. And it'd be nice. It would be vindicative if, say, he does start and he has a blinder of a game. But I hope that's the case. I hope it's the case. I can't lose. I'll get stuck with AI week at work. Oh, I'll get stuck with it all week at work. See, that's tough.
All week.
That's tough. That's tough, Jamie. But we're here for you. Just holler at us, and we'll be here for you, man. If we do. But you know what? Michael. I like your attitude about it. I like the way you're you're like, hey, man, we got to go get 3 points.
Are you concerned though with Bissouma? Like if he does start?
Concerned. I'm concerned.
I'm a little nervous if he's starting. To be honest, man. Just because he hasn't proven so far that he can handle it, the job with a Højbjerg or a Bentancur. So, just in what we've seen up to this point.
What is his best game with us?
Oh, shit. I couldn't even fucking tell you, man. It's hard to pick just because there hasn't been many good performances from him. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Can you?
Can anyone in the chat tell me what is Bissouma's best game with us? When did he do the best with us? Because honestly, I bought the fucking jersey. I can go pull it out the closet. I ain't worn it in a minute because it ain't giving me a lot of reason.
Did he start in that Leicester game, the 6-2 Leicester game? Let me see. Hold on. Nope, he did not. Yeah, it's tough, man, because a lot of our good performances were Bentancur and Højbjerg in the midfield.
I did join. I did join a stream one time, and I was talking about how I've been kind of let down by Bissouma, and someone did bring up that when he came on with Leicester, him and Sonny came on, and then that's when Sonny got the hat trick.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Yeah, because I was gonna say Leicester or a Southampton game, but
that was that was great. Where the fuck is that? I think
he started against Everton, right? Did he start against Everton? No, he did not.
No, he did not. Ron says Crystal Palace is his best game. Alan Sibley, evening guys. I've got a good feeling about the North London Derby. Hope I'm wrong. Oh, I've not got a good feeling about the Alan. I'm gonna need you to flip it over like a pancake. I'm gonna need you to sizzle it on the other side because we cooking on this side. Michael's getting me hype. Michael's getting me amped up, ready for the dub. Allen, I need you to flip it. I need you to Missy Elliott, flip it and reverse it. We're going to do great. Great things are going to happen. I'm starting to think, you know what? Maybe this is the game that Bissouma does well, that all these questions get answered. Maybe we see something fancy from somebody and, Son comes alive and Harry Kane breaks the record. These are things I'm hoping. And you know what? It starts our upward trend like you were talking about. And then at the same time, it starts Arsenal's downward trend. And that's what I really want to see more. I want to see that. I want to see Harry Kane break the record at home against Arsenal versus the home fans. I mean, come on. What more do we want here?
What I'll say is if we're winning against Arsenal on Sunday, even in the second half, and everyone's just kind of saying, or like, team looks like they just want to kind of preserve the lead, keep going. And I just feel like if it's a humiliation at White Hart Lane this weekend, it's going to cause their downfall. I feel like I don't know if a close loss away at Tottenham would necessarily like derail their title hopes or whatever, or their confidence in that magnitude, but like a 4-3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5, who knows, drubbing away at the Lane. Now that's a confidence breaker right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so if we're going to be the ones to cause their downfall, it's gonna have to come from a big performance, man. It's not gonna happen from one or a 3-2 or maybe a 3-2, but we're gonna have to score. So hopefully the team's up for it.
Who do you see?
It's gonna have to come from Kane. It's gonna have to come from Kane or Son, like we've seen, or Kulusevski. One of the front three. 2 of the front 3, really. If it's going to be 3 or 4 goals, it's probably going to have to be 2 of the front 3. But I think one of them is going to have to be Kane, and the other one, most likely it'll be Kulusevski, just based on form and just how they've played this season. But you never know, man. Sonny in the North London derby's lethal. We've seen it time and time again at home. It's different talking away at the Emirates with this team, just because on past history, really only Harry Kane has seen success away, and I guess Sonny away at the Emirates. But at home, there's a lot of good memories here with a lot of these players, and a lot of good results too. Let's not forget that. So that's just kind of what I'm holding on to right now, to be honest, man. I'm trying to stay positive and I'm trying to stay confident. So
well, hold on to it, buddy. Hold on like we're in the wind right now, because it's not a great time to be playing them, and then we're going to be playing City twice out of 3 games, and not to mention Fulham in between there. And they're no pushover this year. They're pretty high up the table. They're having fun. They just beat Chelsea. So, and I think Chelsea's a team that we struggle against right now, honestly. We're not in a good place, but I think there's a lot of things to be positive about. Kulusevski for number 1 coming back. I don't know. The way Conte sounded in the press conference today, I didn't feel very confident that Bentancur or who's the other one that we're waiting, Richarlison. I don't think either one of those guys are going to be ready. Not by the sounds of the way Conte sounded to me. That's just my personal opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Bentancur can open the midfield very nicely, very appropriately. But I just don't know. I'm really starting to feel like it might be Bissouma, Hojbjerg. I hope Hojbjerg's ready to go. He hasn't even looked that good since the World Cup. I hope Hugo's ready to go. I hope they're fucking ready to go, because it's
so now we're getting rocked.
Bro, can you imagine? I mean, I think that, but would that make a good argument for the whole like Levy out thing? Would that make a better argument is what my question is.
Theoretically, yes, but I don't want it to get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's like lesser of two evils, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, which one would you rather have? But yeah, either way, there's still some negative that'll come out of it. You know, if we get a big result here, it'll take maybe a little bit of pressure at least off of Levy and Enoch and the whole movement. It'll put a little bit of pressure at ease to that crowd. But I don't know, man. A loss obviously would be massive for the Levy out movement, because at that point, we've already heard Levy out chants in the stadium and away. they're going to be very
Crystal
loud
Palace,
if it gets ugly or if it gets out of hand on Sunday. You best believe that. So,
I hope they
but
show him
maybe
on
it's what we
the. I
need.
hope
You
they
know, you
show
never
him.
know. You never know. But I don't want it to get to that point. Like I don't want to lose to Arsenal, man. Like I just don't. This is the one game that I don't want to lose every single year.
I've got a
So
question for you. Ron, confirming what you were saying earlier, my friend Michael, that almost a decade ago is when Arsenal beat us at home. Imagine that. And
it's like a back and forth between
Monepit
us.
says,
The two of us at
did
home.
you see the
Like we
Fulham
just
Chelsea game?
yeah, yeah. Vinicius scored
Vinicius
the
with
winner.
yeah.
After Joe Felix got
What a
sent off.
guy. What a guy. Adrian says Bentancur and Richarlison are not ready to play and will not be risked for fear of damaging their full recovery. That's kind of where I'm laying too, Adrian. So I think we're in agreement there. Ben Kaufman, how you doing, buddy? Good evening, you beautiful people. Good evening, Sir Ben Kaufman. Hope you're doing well. I don't feel like necessarily, even if we had Richarlison or Bentancur from injury, that we would be in a great position or in a much better position than we're going to be already. I just hope that they make mistakes. I hope the crowd is loud, and they make things difficult for them, because if we just open them up, I think we can rattle them, get in their heads. We saw what happened last year, Holden Makaki, whatever his name is. He got his red card. He wanted to hold Sonny a little too much. And I appreciated that, because then we went on to dominate that game. I think if we could get something like that to go, we might feel a little bit better about our hopes in that game. But either way, it's hard to not look forward to this match.
No, for sure, man. I'm just hoping it doesn't turn south. Let's talk about the attack. I know Sonny's been getting a lot of flack recently, time and time again. Harry Kane scored twice last time out. Sonny scored once. Kulusevski's coming back. How are you feeling, Jacob, going into this one? You a little bit more confident now that Sonny's back on form and Harry Kane scored 2 the last time out in the Premier League, and then obviously Kane got back on the scoreboard in the FA Cup match against Portsmouth too. But this is a team, or a front three, I guess more specifically, that has been very inconsistent this season when you think about it. Kulusevski's been out injured a lot this year in that first half of the season. Richarlison has been very inconsistent when he has been in the 11. He's been a little bit more consistent coming off the bench. Sonny has struggled this season. Harry Kane has quietly had a pretty good season, but in the big games, he's kind of gone quiet a little bit this season. So that's where I guess my concern lies with him. But how are you feeling, man, going into this one with the front three, and how confident are you that they can pull off enough to get 3 points?
Well, you started the question off by saying something along the lines of, I heard you say Son in form, and I really hope you're right. I don't know if he is yet, though. You know how much I love Son, but is he in form already yet? Is he hitting his stride? Is this the beginning? Have the floodgates opened? I hope the floodgates have opened. I hope he's hungry and he's ready. He's the king of these derbies, if I'm not mistaken. He loves turning up for these. So I hope he does. I need him with his confidence to take shots outside the box. I need him with confidence to dribble the ball. I think what's been going on with some of the fans is a little premature, if you will. I think they look at the fact that he's a certain age and he's looked a certain way this season, that now this determines the future of his career. And I just refuse to believe that for any professional athlete, that if you start having a bad year, that all of a sudden, because you're on the other side of 30, that now you're somehow less of a asset to our club. I disagree with that fully. That's just my opinion. I did see a comment earlier from Money talking about Sava, which big up Sava. He's having a charity stream, 24-hour charity stream. So definitely go check that out. Once you're done here, of course. But, a lot of people got a lot of opinions about Heung-min Son. And you know what? At this rate that he's at, it's underperforming what we know him to be. And I get that. I definitely understand that. But this is a guy that when he turns it on, there's no stopping him. You're talking about, there's just a little bit of a clog right now in the the Niagara Falls of Heung-min Son's game. But as soon as that little bit of a flow gets opened up, that thing gonna be flooding. And we're gonna be talking about how great he is and how great of a second half he's having. I would love to rather be on the side of supporting him and hoping that he does better and believing that we can get that Sonny back and he can do that for the remainder of this season. We got 20 some games left, or 20, right? I gotta look at the fucking table. But he's not foreign to doing that. So at the end of the day, he can get it done. I know him to get it done. I have faith he will get it done. And let's just see it happen. And I think that we look at our performances as a whole, and people want to say, oh, this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. And an easy one is to point at the fact that we haven't had, we're not scoring goals as often as we'd like. And Heung-min Son isn't scoring as many goals as he normally does. So it's very clear, like, correlation. But I think it comes down to the whole team, not just Heung-min Son. I think it's the way that he's been utilized. And then also with playing alongside a new player in Perisic. So there's a lot more to it. Plus the man's playing in a mask that he just admitted he can't even see when he's playing in it. He can't see the ball. So that's not always a fun thing to do. I don't know if it's like basketball, because in basketball, when you wear the mask, you become the villain and you kind of fulfill this role. So I was really hoping that Son would do that, but I think maybe it might be a little bit different in footy whenever you have to wear one of those masks. I don't know, but I don't know. I still have faith in him. I still don't think that he's like done. People say he's done. He's dusted. We need to sell him, do this, that, and the other.
No.
I wouldn't sell him unless someone came in with like 130 minimum. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
thinking.
I would sell him. Period. Just like look at Benzema, bro. He's not young by any means, and he just won the Ballon d'Or. Like age is just a number in football, especially with attacking positions. There's many players who have played in their early to mid 30s, and some players who played in their late 30s at a high level, at an elite level. So I'm not too worried either, man. Form is temporary, class is permanent, and hey, how about a North London derby to turn around that form?
What a better way to turn the corner, and that's what I'm like.
You know what?
You know me, Michael. I always get myself real hyped up before these, and I'm like, okay, I can't not believe that we're gonna do something fancy and we're gonna do something nice. Yeah. This is one of those that I'm a little bit like reserved. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of my mood. My general feeling, the Conte press conferences have made me kind of like feel not great lately. And
one of the reasons why I'm pretty confident in our attack, and more specifically Harry Kane going into this game, is because there's a little record that is about to be broken by Harry Kane. 266 goals for Tottenham Hotspur that Jimmy Greaves scored. And look, man. 1 away from tying, RIP. 2 away from breaking the record. RIP, yes, sir, and nothing but respect to the king himself. But there's a new sheriff and there's a new king in town.
There's a new sheriff.
And it's written in the stars, man. It's written in the stars for either a brace or a hat trick to break the record outright, not just tie it, but break it against Arsenal, the team that he loves playing the most. Like, it's just written in the stars, man. I just feel like, and that's why I'm confident that I think that we're going to win this weekend.
Michael,
nervously confident, if that is even possible.
See, when I look at matches like this, like the North London Derby, like anytime we're trying to pull ourselves up from what we're doing because we're not doing things right necessarily, some would argue, hey, we got 4-0 on Palace. We got through to the next round in the FA Cup. I mean, mind you, it's versus Portsmouth, League One, but shout out. There's still some quality there. Yep. But this is when you look at games like this, I always have to think there has to be some kind of X factor. What is the X factor? And Michael, I think this might be our X factor, is the fact that they told him he was too fat and slow and get out of our club when he was a kid. And now I'm picturing a sad little Harry Kane, chunky boy walking away eating some chips, and he, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's always played that way against Arsenal. He hates Arsenal. He loves scoring against them. And I think that this would cap off. I think if he does this, he might feel better about leaving us in the future, because he would be like, you know what? I scored the most goals. I won X amount of golden boots. I did what I could for y'all, but at the end of the day, the club's direction fucking blows, and I wouldn't blame him because you know what? If he goes out there and what a better way to cap off. He's like, you know what? I broke the record. I did it versus Arsenal in front of the home fans, bro. That's shit that they make movies about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rudy, he didn't win the national championship, but he won the moment. And damn it, maybe sometimes we should just win the moment. At least I hope Harry Kane can win that fucking moment on Sunday and get the record. And Michael, you mentioned something to me earlier, like it would be so Spursy of us for him to break the record with a brace or a hat trick, and then we go and lose the game.
Yeah.
Talk about like
we lose 3-2, but he has our 2 goals and he breaks the record.
And then the club,
and they all sing "War a Trophy."
Yeah, and then but then the admin at Spurs.
Oh yeah, admin like that later, maybe like 2 hours after full time, tweets out the record.
Our king.
Record equals broken, or the king has broken another record. And it's like, bro.
Jimmy Greaves, step aside, make room for Harry Kane. But
after losing.
It sucks sometimes. Our world-class attack will win it, says Adrian. God, I hope you're right, Mr. Shroka. I don't feel confident, but you know what? When I put up that poll, I did make I like to put my feelings up there. And I feel like I'm the third option, which is no hope, but let's ride. Because I'm just ready to, win it damned if we do, damned if we don't. And let's just get the job done, and hopefully this leads to some kind of turnaround like we had mentioned. Do you want to get into our
predictions?
Predicted 11? You want to do predicted?
You want to start it?
I was going to make a little banner. Oh, wait, there it is. I already got one made.
There it is. There it is. You want to start it?
Maybe I did save Adrian's. He says most likely Lloris, Perisic, Longley, Dyer, Romero, with Doherty, Højbjerg, Bissouma, Son, Kane, and Kulusevski. This is honestly my exact lineup, so that's why I like it. He predicted it, 3:49, damn near an hour ago. Adrian Schroeder predicted my predicted lineup, which is very much this. It's hard to think, like, what else would we do? What else can we do? So
maybe Sanchez for Dyer.
You think so?
No, I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's another option.
Or Longley in the middle with Davies. Longley in the middle with Davies, maybe on the left. I don't know.
I guess. Or hey, you never know. Maybe Bentancur or Richarlison are healthy enough to start. More likely Bentancur. I think Kulusevski, if he's healthy, you got to start him in his place. But if Bentancur is healthy enough, we could see him in the starting 11. I'm going to agree with this, just to kind of save us some time. I don't want to get into too much of it, but I think this is probably going to be the lineup also. Not confident in Sessegnon's ability whatsoever right now. Not confident in Emerson either. So the wingback position are pretty much default right now. Just by process of elimination. The players that are good are going to start. The players that are not. And Sessegnon is not right now. Emerson is not right now. Perisic and Doughboy are the only options, in my opinion, at the wingback position. And we talked about it earlier, man, but I just really, really hope Bissouma puts together a good performance because we're going to need it. We really are. If we can control the middle of the pitch, if we can control the game through the middle of the pitch, we're going to be successful. But if we struggle in the middle, we're going to struggle overall. We saw it last time, how overrun they were in the middle. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I hope Kulusevski being back helps Son and Kane just open up in that front because, damn, I mean, Kulusevski, with and without him, I think there's some kind of stat that someone showed me, shout out whoever the fuck. It was some really cool stat that showed that we're pretty much ass when we don't have Kulu, and when we do have him, we're all right. So I think that maybe he'll be a difference maker. Maybe we'd like to see some more of what he can bring because the fans hype him up a lot. I hype him up, you hype him up. We all love to see it, but at the end of the day, like let's let him get healthy. I feel bad for the man because, like Oliver Skip, he got sucked into the physio room. Once you get sucked in that physio room, there's really no hope for you. You're always going to be in there longer than you expect. But damn, score predictions and goal scores. I'm going to open this up for the chat as well. Send them in. We will star them and we will talk about them. Because honestly, Michael, in your voice, I don't hear a huge deal of optimism. I feel like we're both a little bit reserved for this derby.
Nervously confident. So it's like I have to be in the middle. Nervously confident.
Okay. I don't know. The vibes don't feel.
I feel like
immaculate.
that's contradictory, but
sometimes
nervously
for these games, the vibes are immaculate.
Or cautiously confident, I guess. Like, still, I think that's contradictory. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't want to get too far ahead of myself and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna win this game, no doubt, just because we don't lose at home against Arsenal. But
I hope
streaks are meant to be broken. They're top of the league. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of variables here. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of possibilities that can happen here. So.
Money Pete says Conte ball forces Son to play more in the middle because of Perisic. Look at the heat map for Son and Perisic. Son is a CDM. Son needs to make runs in behind, but no quality in the mid. I do know that a lot of people have put the blame on Son's lack of production on the fact that he has Perisic there, and he's. I don't like Son tracking back and playing defense. That's what I don't like. For me, he's not a kind of player that I want tracking back and playing defense. You don't ask Neymar to do that. You don't ask Messi to do that. You ask them to stay forward, make runs in behind, create, hopefully take the ball, take a player on and make a good pass or potentially take the shot on. And tracking back doesn't really it's not really conducive to that. So I agree with you, Money Pete. I don't know if it's necessarily all Perisic's fault or Conte's fault or whoever's fault, but I definitely don't blame Son because the fact that he's dropping back and not making those runs in behind is the main problem, in my opinion. João Felix is the player I'd like to have. His style of play suits our formation. You're talking about João Felix, the guy who just got a red in his debut. João Felix, the guy who cost $11 million for a 20 game loan. I don't know. Wasn't really impressed with the guy, and then he got a red card. So, Mike, I don't know what you think. Do you like João Felix? Would you like him at Tottenham?
I did when he was on Benfica, but after seeing him play for Atletico, I'm okay. I'm okay on not having him.
But apparently his problem is with Simeone.
I don't know.
No, and Simeone's gone in the summer.
We'll see how he does with Chelsea, but it's not looking good so far.
He's gone out. He's not going to play the next 3 matches either.
Yep.
That's great. I mean, what a club. What a club. A lot of fans want Son dropped and play heel instead. Ridiculous. I have heard that as well. I've seen that on Twitter. I don't really agree with it. People are saying play heel and Kulu up top with Kane. Michael, where are you at with this? Heel over Son?
No.
We're talking heel over Son for the North London Derby?
No, absolutely not.
Are we expecting wind in the stadium is my first question. Is there going to be any kind of wind flow? Is there a breeze?
To blow him off, to blow him away.
That man can't stand on his 2 feet. I don't want to see him play in North London. A physical North London Derby. It's going to be physical. They're always physical. Someone's going to be a little too physical, and I hope it's them getting a red card. But hopefully it's not fucking Emerson starting and getting a red card. Son, oh, there's the goal scoring prediction. Ron says Son 2, Kane 1, Saka 1, 3-1 Spurs win. Kane doesn't break the record, but he does get on the score sheet. Interesting, Ron. Thank you for your prediction. Perisic is due a goal. Has he scored a Premier League goal for Tottenham Hotspur? I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
I don't think he has. I don't think he scored any kind of goal for Tottenham Hotspur. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm about to look it up. How many goals this motherfucker got? He's got 0 goals. So that's fun. Perisic has 0 goals. And
assists.
I was told that he was a left winger who can score with both feet. But he does, to his credit, he does have, I think, the number 1 most completed crosses in the Prem. I think I saw something like that, where he was like up there with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Arsenal ran scared last season. I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta asked for another postponement. That's hilarious, and it was all caught on camera too. So there's no running from that. Big up Israel Uncovered. Don't listen to Twitter ever. That's absolute nonsense. Sonny to start and score. No worries. See, that's the vibes I'm trying to rock with. Sonny's gonna score. That's why I haven't tried to really pull your predictions out, because then I'm gonna have to give my prediction, and it might be a little bold. Might be a little bold tonight, Michael. Monet Pete says I can see Paul Shaka, getting a red. I hope so.
Shaka.
Fuck that guy. Lack of creativity has affected Son's game. Lack of ability in the midfield to progress the ball forward effectively outside of one player. I would agree with that. C. Sherman, I'll take Antoine Griezmann way over João Felix. I think Griezmann. I think Griezmann is the best attacking mid fit for us. Only guy I'd take pretty much over anyone in midfield. What are your thoughts on Griezmann?
He's all right, but he's old. I wouldn't want him.
Would you get him on like a 6-month
On
deal?
a free, sure, but yeah, no. I'm not paying like 50 mil for him that it would probably cost,
they'd
'cause
want
he's so
that.
expensive.
Because they had a whole battle of Fartalonia about his contract. So
Did you say your score prediction yet? Did you give it yet?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm holding it tight. I'm
I'll go
holding my
first.
cards.
I'll go first.
C. Sherman says Rs 2, Spurs 1. C. Sherman's not feeling positive.
So I told you earlier this week, my head says 2-1 Arsenal, but my heart says 3-1 Spurs. Usually my heart's wrong, but fuck it. 3-1 Spurs.
Say it again. Tell me again.
Head says 2-1 Arsenal, heart says 3-1 Spurs. But fuck it. I'm going with my heart. 3-1 Spurs. Kane with 2, Kulusevski with 1. Boom.
Son not scoring for your prediction as well.
Yeah,
that's gonna hurt me. That hurt me.
Unfortunate. What about you?
I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. So my prediction. First off, Adrian Schroeder says Perisic 0 goals, 8 assists. That's nice. He has 8 assists. That's nice. That's very nice. What's up, Ed? Ed says John. What's cracking, my guy? How you doing? Alexander Hilton Steak is in the house. How you doing? Just in time to give us your steaky prediction. Haven't had your steaky prediction actually in a few weeks, my friend. So that'll be nice to get. I think you said what your heart and your head felt. So I'm going to do the same. My heart is saying a 3-2 victory at the death. Harry Kane header to break the record in stoppage time. And it's going to be absolutely bonkers. It's going to be scenes. My son will be crying because I will be screaming. It's going to be a fucking beautiful time. That's what I think. Because that's what my heart says anyway. So I feel like my heart and my head might be in agreement, because that's just what I want to fucking see. I want to see Harry Kane with 2 goals, Son with 1, 3-2 victory. I do not have any faith in our defense. Don't have much faith in our first half performances either. So I'm going to say it's got to be, come on, you fucking Spurs. Like, it's got to be, we've got to get 3 points like you said, Michael. Earlier, I was like a little pessimistic, and I'll accept a draw. I'll take a draw. But I'm looking at you, Michael. I'm feeling the vibe of the chat. I'm not feeling great. I feel like the optimism is low. So when it's low, I need to like just try
can't see us losing this game. I don't know. At home, I just can't.
Bro, Harry Kane has to break the record.
Hard for me to see it. It's hard for me to picture it. You know what I mean? Like,
Harry Kane has to break the record for me. He has to. He has to break the record versus Arsenal at home. You have to do it. You can turn our season around. Turn Sonny around. Let Sonny get 1 of those assists. Kulu with 2 assists. 1 assist to Son, 1 assist to Kane, and Son with 1 goal, 1 assist, and one of those is to Kane, and Kane has 2 goals. But it'll probably end up being like Højbjerg scoring and like fucking Ben Davies. Those will probably end up being our. My head is saying a 2-2 or a 3-2 loss. We're gonna go down 3-0 at half, or like in the 54th minute we'll go down 3-0, and then we'll turn it around. We'll get 2 goals and we'll have some hope, and then we'll shit the bed and we'll walk out of there with a loss. And maybe what you said, Michael, Harry Kane's gonna score those 2 goals. He's gonna break the record, but it's gonna be all for naught for our season. But it'll be, I guess, a round of applause for Harry Kane. So that's what my head says. But of course, I'm going to go with my heart and say that we win it. I do think we're going to go. Mark my words, Mike. I'm thinking we're going to go down 3-0 around 54, 56 minute.
3-0?
We'll be down 3-0. And then maybe
if we go down 3-0, we're not coming back.
No, I'm saying we're going to hit 2. We're going to hit 2, and we're going to think that we're going to like. You know how Tottenham loves to do it. They love to give us some hope.
Dude, we cannot go 2-3-0 down.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think.
If we do, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
That's what I think. 69-0.
We never learn.
Hilton. 69 Spurs. I think Lloris going to get 60 of those. Right, Hart Lane. My heart says 3-1 Tottenham, but my head says 2-1. 2-1 Tottenham or
like
2-1 Arsenal?
I think he might be saying 2-1 Tottenham.
I'll take it, bro. I don't care if we win fucking 1-0. If we got 3 points out of that, I'm happy. Jamie says I would take a draw and move on. That's how I felt, but now I'm like, I want that 3 points. But yeah, 3-1. Come on, you Spurs. Ron says, listen to your heart, my peeps. We ain't losing this one. I just can't see it. Same thing as you,
Hope
Michael.
so.
Okay, so the vibe's getting better in the chat. I like it. The vibes are starting to get really nice. Michael, do you mind if we bring on someone?
Yeah, go ahead. I got to leave in a little bit, but if we do some transfer talk, that's fine. But yeah, I got to run some errands with the wife.
I invited Jack and David on this week. They were unable to make this week, but Jack said he'll come say what's up real quick. So
let's get it.
I did want to send him the link, get his North London prediction at least, maybe see what he has to say in the last. But we're definitely going to round out about the hour 30, I think. Mike, are you good for that? That's like 25 minutes?
I'll probably hop off before then, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, we're probably going to go for about another 20 minutes or so. But let's see when Jack will hop on here. Adrian says, Kane and Son love a goal against Arsenal. I agree. C. Sherman says 3-0. Conte lose a few. 3-0 for Arsenal, and Conte's going to lose a few plugs. That's not good. Jamie says, don't say that. I think they're talking about my bold prediction. I didn't feel good about my bold prediction either. What if we go down 3-0 down and win 4-3? What if? I like it. I like it. What if? C. Sherman 3-0 will make Conte lose a few hair plugs. I do agree. He'll probably lose his shit at halftime because I'm predicting we'll be down 2-0 at halftime. And then around the 54th minute, we'll go down 3-0. I just, for some reason, that's what I think. My heart says otherwise. Adrian says we go in level at halftime. We will win the game. Spurs have scored more second half goals than any Premier League team. Come on, Adrian. There you go, injecting some positivity. Israel uncovered. I love the Georgian Messi. Not even going to try and spell his name. Absolute I know who you're talking about. Kvakasharda. And I think our friend Jack.
Oh, there he is.
He knows how to pronounce the name.
Don't let me hold you guys any longer. I just wanted to be a nice guy and just, pop in and say hi. And
perfect time to give
sorry for missing it, but I promise I'll be there next week. I'm there next week to annoy you guys. Don't worry.
Well, the thing is that makes it difficult is my schedule has been changing and fluctuating as of the last couple weeks. So the showtime, as many will notice, it was not on at its usual time. So times have been changing for me too.
I don't want to hold Michael any longer or anything. So just wanted to pop in and say hi. And yeah, I was going to say, I think I was on the train. And so it was kind of difficult to be able to catch up in time because, you lose your signal kind of in between, but the tunnels, but I was enjoying it. I was running an errand. So now I'm back. And Mrs. isn't feeling too well today, so kind of evening plans were canceled.
Hope she gets better, mate.
I'm on nurse duty today.
How are you feeling? Oh, sorry. First off, for the missus, hope she feels better. Make sure you get her some Campbell's soup. Maybe they say that does the trick. I don't know. My wife takes care of me. I'm spoiled.
Any kind of soup does. Any kind of soup.
Are you feeling confident for Sunday?
I just did that fan show earlier, Jacob, and the whole time I kept wanting people to bring me up and, not bring me down. And I'm still kind of on 2-1. That's what I'm sort of leaning towards. And that's like a hopeful 2-1, as well. That's kind of me thinking all kind of goes well. We play the right sort of tactics and everything kind of goes according to plan and we win 2-1. I don't know. I don't see the 3-0s or the 4-1s or anything like that. It just seems hard, to picture because basically I kind of back our boys, but this is a good team that we're coming up against. So it's just kind of hard to, picture us kind of just smacking them about and things like that when this is the league leaders at the end of the day, regardless.
Do you see them? Scum. Do you see them smacking us around? Because I don't know.
I feel like if we were to go a goal down, I could see Arsenal getting a lot of confidence from that. But at the same time, I could also see maybe our players really trying to turn it around from there. You could see us getting an equalizer if we would if we did go down. I could see us getting an equalizer for sure. So I don't know. It's just that it's just so hard to see us not conceding. I think we're going to concede in this one, and that's where I get worried. Right, is if you don't really back your defense in a North London derby, it's you're kind of playing. You're waking up and praying to the gods.
I do not back my defense in the North.
You're waking up and praying to the gods. Then come Sunday, Michael, you're going to be.
I am praying to the gods on Sunday.
I'm going to be doing the same thing. So that's really all I would add to this whole North London derby conversation is if we had a better defense, I'd probably walk into this maybe a bit more kind of chest out and everything a bit more confident. But I don't know, guys, Moonhead, players like that in the back line, we've seen how the script has gone before in the past. And I
can see him with an own goal for sure.
He likes a good own goal, though. He loves a good finish.
He's going to be world-class header, just redirect into the back of the net. Hugo's not going to be ready for it. And then everyone's going to be like, Hugo, what are you doing?
Who's getting the red card in this one, lads? Somebody's getting a red card. I mean, somebody's going to be
Xhaka, hopefully, again.
My heart says Xhaka. My heart says hopefully Odegaard, as I like to call him on the pod. Mr. Odegaard. Sharton Odegaard, as I like to call him. I think maybe if he does a stupid tackle, hopefully.
You said Saka, right?
I said... no, someone in the chat said Shaka.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And, get 2 reds.
I thought you said Saka, but never mind.
Something tells me Romero might be the one. Something tells me he's going to be coming out there with a point to prove for the Tottenham fans because he knows that everyone's expecting a lot out of him. He just won the World Cup. Fans are now like, what are you going to do with that? And they want to see him show out. I would say the same thing for Richarlison if he was going to play because I could see him with another chip on his shoulder. I'm going to prove that I play for the club. I could definitely
missed a few London derbies. So if I'm not wrong, right? Romero's missed the last North London derby.
He didn't play in the last one or the last two because he didn't play in the one last season.
Has he played in any of the North London derbies?
Sanchez started, right? I think Sanchez started.
The lineup you pulled up,
Michael,
season. the 3-1 loss this season that you pulled up, he started in that.
Okay, so he played in that one, but he didn't play in last year's one at home that we won. He did not play in that one, so he's not really that. He doesn't have a lot of experience in these North London derbies, so it's not a bad call. Not a bad call for the red card there. He could maybe lose his head a bit. I feel like he's very he could get a yellow card in the 3rd minute, Romero, but then he'll somehow find a way squeaky clean for the rest of the game. He's that sort of guy.
He's good for a few cheekies, a little grab, a little tug, a little push.
I did hear you guys though say earlier that you want him to step up and you want him to sort of bring the Romero smash. You guys wanted an early Romero smash to see the best of him. I'm with you there. I'm with you there, but I'll be honest, lads. I think he's kind of done really well since he's come back from the World Cup, and I think he has shut up a bit of the haters since he's kind of come back from the World Cup. I thought he was actually our best player against Villa. I thought he was superb, the best defender against Crystal Palace. So
agree there, yeah.
I don't know. I think Romero's doing his best to sort of win back a bit of faith here.
He looks healthier. He looks healthier. So I think that's a big reason why he wasn't playing very well to start the season. But No, I agree. He's looked better, and hopefully he can kind of carry our back three as we head into this North London derby, because God knows Dyer won't, and God knows Longley won't. So
yeah, who are we most afraid of from the Gooners? And then I'll leave you guys after that.
Saka.
Saka.
Right now, for me, Odegaard.
Okay,
it's Odegaard and Saka, both of them for me.
I'll admit, before last game, and even
Big up, Patty.
last season's away game at the Emirates where we lost also. Last game against Arsenal was the first time where I actually said damn, Bukayo Saka's pretty good. That was the only time I've ever said that. I've always said he's overrated. I've always said he's dog shit. I've always said he's not going to be good when he was young and all that good stuff. And I made fun of him a lot when he missed the penalty at the Euros and told everyone he wasn't good going into the World Cup. The last time we played Arsenal, I was like, damn, that guy's pretty good.
I'm kind of waiting for Darwin Nunez to shut me up. I've been kind of a big Darwin hater. It's been quite fun to watch him just miss sitter after sitter after sitter, basically.
Hey, he had that nice shin goal earlier.
Yeah, that's what's in the funny about him, though, is that when the moment he finished that, they're all like, "Oh, what a spectacular finish! What a spectacular finish!" And you're just like, "Geez!" Some people are Darwin haters, some people are just all the way deep inside of his bowel, and it just feels like there's no middle ground right now.
Yeah,
Darwin. Either you love Darwin and you're sucking him off every game, or you're kind of like me, where you're looking for the next sitter to make fun of him for.
Here's the thing: when he was with Benfica, I remember watching him in a few international friendlies, and I was watching him play alongside Ezin Cavani, and I was just like, he seems like a younger, faster Cavani. There might be, and I was talking to Michael about him. I think I went on the record saying I would like this guy based on what I had seen from his international friendly performance. I just thought there was something there, and then I just think that price tag puts a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Everyone's looking at him. Hey, we spent 100 million or just under to get this guy. I would not have paid that for. I'm sorry. All respect to the Portuguese league.
The worst signings of the season, really, for me.
That's tough. That's a tough one. So I was a fan of him until he went to Liverpool. Now it's fuck him, and I'll laugh every time he misses sitters, and I'll be glad that we didn't drop 70, 60 mil on him, and instead hopefully Richarlison can come good when he comes back. That's just.
Well, thanks for letting me know you guys. Just a little longer.
Who's your goal scorers?
If it's 2-1, I'm gonna say Harry Kane just grabs the brace and fairy tale ending. Disney, Pixar is at the game. All the Disney scripts are coming true. That's what I'll say. And what would be nice actually is if, since it is the modern day, Jimmy Greaves gets his record broken by some stupid VAR decision. That would be absolutely glorious, or something like that. Some VAR penalty gets Kane the record. That would be hilarious. Something that Jimmy Greaves never had the benefit of some stupid VAR decision going his way. That would be really funny if Gabriel sticks a hand out that barely touches his hand.
Break it by any means.
In the 90th minute, and then Kane breaks the record. Just a really ugly shithouse sort of goal to break the record. That would be fun.
I hope
it really would be poetic if he does break the record on Sunday.
Really thanks, boys. Appreciate you. Let me.
Yeah, no, thanks for
coming. Of course. I did want to say before we sign off here, Michael, I'm putting the link in the chat. So once we are done here, very shortly. Actually, you want to do final thoughts real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
My final thought is, sometimes it's okay to just close your eyes and jump in the pool. And the pool I'm asking you to jump in is on Sunday. Just believe in the boys. Believe that Kane's breaking the record. I believe in Kane's going to break the record. Believe Son's going to get on the score sheet again. I believe Son's going to get on the score sheet again. Let's see it. Let's see it. Have some hope. Have some positivity. Because why the fuck not? It's easier. It's more fun to be positive and hopeful and let your heart get broken. It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. So I love my Spurs. I hope we do great. That's my final thought. Jack, you're the guest. Sorry I went first. Do you have any final thoughts before we sign off out of here?
I like how you put that. I would say let's all just come together, maybe form that cauldron of hate for the scum, as I think they did the other day. Regardless of where you are, Conte in, Conte out, Mane's in, Mane's out. Enoch in, Enoch out, whatever you
in
are.
the fridge, not in the fridge. Where you at? Who knows?
Yeah, on the counter,
non-dominator, come together.
on the counter, in the stove. You never know.
Hey, come on now.
There you are.
I love it. Michael, what about you?
Fuck Arsenal, and we better get 3 points this weekend. That's my only thought right now.
Hey,
That
I
is
love
my
it. Tunnel
only
vision.
thought right now, man. 3
Tunnel
points or
vision, come
nothing.
on.
3 points or nothing.
3 points or nothing. I agree with you. Real quick before Michael has his little spiel, I put in the chat the link to Sava's 24-hour charity stream. It's going to a great cause. So whether you think the guy's talking shit or talking sense, sometimes
Or
I agree
both.
with him, sometimes I don't. Yeah, exactly. I think they're not mutually exclusive. But he's doing all this for a great cause. There's going to be some people. It's 24 hours. It started a few hours ago. So it's going to be going all night for anyone in the USA. It's going to be going on to a great cause for the Heart Society, something to do with the hearts. And you know me, I'm a big heart guy. I got a big heart and a lot of love. So definitely want to go over there and show support. And when you do, say that we sent you. Say United Spurs of America sent me. How you doing? And go check it out. But that's it for me, Michael. What you got?
That's it. Go check it out, everyone. Support his channel and support that stream and support the boys on Sunday. And until then, thank you guys so much for listening to another edition of the United Spurs of America podcast with your hosts, as always, Michael and Jacob, joined by a very special guest today, Jack K. You're part of what, the Lovers Lane Club, right? Or official supporters?
I actually
official supporters.
just moved credit cards, so I need to get back on it.
Official supporters.
I keep getting like a declined email about it, which is good. I love that. Patreon's very good about reminding me.
That's annoying. I didn't know that. I would tell them to chill. Just
It's not. No, it's not even. It's not Patreon. I'm kind of making it up. It's more that the old bank that I had keeps like telling me like, oh, like Patreon, like blah 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 blah. So
Gotcha,
nice.
gotcha.
I'm getting back on it. Don't you
Abrasive
worry. I'm still in there for
Patreon,
Lovers
chill out.
Lane. I need to get under the buzzer beater before that gets fully canceled.
Nice. If you guys are going to the game on Sunday, be loud, be proud, but most importantly, stay safe. We'll be watching across the pond on the telly. But until then, up
Come
the
on, you
lads.
Spurs.
And Jacob.
come on, you Spurs. Fuck you, Arsenal.
Come on, you Spurs.
Quiz.
United Spurs of America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.